In this quite extraordinary case, the court had to decide whether a young woman would have been better off if she had not been born at all. Alexia Harriton was born with severe disabilities: blindness, deafness, intellectual disability, and cerebral palsy, which were all the result of her mother having contracted the rubella virus in the early stages of pregnancy. Her mother had been worried about whether she had rubella, and she tested for it and was told there was nothing to worry about unless she got a rash or a fever. She did get a rash and a fever, but she was still told not to worry. As a result, Alexia's mother lost the opportunity to terminate the pregnancy. Now, there was no question as to the negligence of the doctor. The real question was whether the negligence had actually caused harm. You can be as negligent as you like, and if it never causes anyone any harm, there's no liability in tort. So, did the negligence cause Alexia any harm? The negligence didn't cause the abnormalities, those were caused by the rubella. It boiled down to whether a life with her disabilities was worse than not having been born at all. Because if a life with those disabilities is still preferable, then there was no harm done to Alexia by the doctor's negligence. His negligence in that situation gave to her her life, with all of its challenges. Any thinking person would shake their head at a question this significant. How can we measure whether a life, even a life of profound disability, is preferable or not preferable to the alternative of never being born at all? How do we even begin to grapple with such a question? Justice Crennan said, "There is no present field of human learning or discourse, including philosophy and theology, which would allow a person experiential access to non-existence, whether it's called pre-existence or afterlife. There is no practical possibility of a court or jury ever apprehending or evaluating or receiving proof of the actual loss or damage as claimed by the appellant. It cannot be determined in what sense Alexia Harriton's life with disabilities represents a loss, deprivation, or detriment compared with non-existence." Perhaps unfortunately, the practical outcome was that Alexia was unable to show that the negligence had harmed her, and so her claim was unsuccessful.